Hey, all you guys out there in YouTube land. Oh, Hi, this is Libris Blood, and I will be playing through 100% Orange Juice. This is one of my first few videos back, or getting back into YouTube. I have played this game before, considering it just, you can see it right there. And I kind of want to start with this one because I don't usually see a lot of people playing this one. I've seen a few, but it's one of those games, you know, it's a nice one to get into. I think I can actually put my full... Oh? Maybe? Hey, there it is. I did not know I could do that. I forgot you have choices. Huh. Alright, well, this is interesting. You clearly saw I chose Kai for the first one. So, there are 4 choices, wow. So 3 more. QP, Seeker of Pudding, Siguri, only 1, Human, quote unquote, and Mark, the little aviator. Just because I like the style a little bit better, I'm gonna pick Siguri. Just because I would like to look like that if I in real life, you know, cool like silver hair and red eyes, that'd be awesome. So there are a lot of options when you're going through the game. There's free play, and in free play you can either play online or you can play just with CPUs. It's a nice way to kind of get extra money to shop. Of course, there's the shopping mall. I do have the DLC, like all the DLC for the game, so a lot of the stuff you're seeing on mine isn't really all the time gonna be what you start out with if you don't buy all the DLC, but it's, I think altogether, if you catch it on sale, probably like 10 bucks, not even that, maybe like 8. But it is worth it. It's a lot of fun. You get a little extra booster packs to buy cards from when you start building decks. You can buy characters that you can use for online play with friends. Of course, it shows you that Siguri has already been bought for me because I'm playing with her. But yeah, you also have extra areas you can go into. Color packs which help you change your character, but it's whatever. And in the game, stars is the currency, and it's very interesting. You get stars after you succeed or fail at a campaign or during free play. So there's the user guide. We're just gonna go to campaign reasons. I think we're gonna try original, because I tried normal, and that was a little easy.
Oh! You seem a little overexcited, Hime. Look how nice today's weather is. How could I stay still? I understand how you feel. I feel like dancing the day away. Jeez. Bow bow! Look, there's some mysterious creature there. There is? Is that a child?
Hey, wait up, you miscreant!
This time it's a boy. Bow bow! Oh, you want to dance too?
That kind of sounds like Blue from Blue's. Hey, before playing around, how about giving me back my wallet?
Your wallet?
Yeah! It's got all my money in there.
In other words, you people are playing tag? Are you?
No.
Tag looks rather fun.
Hime. I said we're not.
Yeah, that's right.
Alright then, let's get started, shall we?
Bow.
So I will be doing voices as best to my ability for the videos. Some of them are better than others. Clearly. Others are not as good. So this is the deck building screen. So I'm picking up all the battle cards because those do help. You randomly get these throughout the game. Where if you step on a or if you land, I should say, on a space that says draw a card, you'll randomly get a card pulled from the giant stack of cards because everybody's gets pulled together. So not necessarily every time whatever deck you're using you're gonna use that card. I've kind of figured out a little bit through the game, like it randomly picks one from the whole stack. So I'm gonna have 2 I'm on fires, which is nice because if you click here, I can also change my character to any of the ones that I have unlocked, which are quite a few, but yeah, as you can see, it shows you which characters can be used in story, but those are characters that I have to unlock through the story, and then there are characters that only can be used online. Where is... Oh, there she is. Siguri. So this kind of shows you her attack when she fights other characters or enemies. Her defense, you can either defend or evade. The difference being, in defense, the lowest amount of damage you can have is 1. If you evade successfully, you dodge all the damage. But if you fail, you take all the damage, no buffers. Whereas in defense, even if you don't get it all down to 1, you still take reduced damage from whatever you roll. But in Siguri's case, she's not the best for going for that. Evading is a little bit easier. So yeah, so that's why I'm picking I'm on fire. Just gives her more attack and defense. You know, -1 defense doesn't do much for her character. Arbitz, you know, +2 defense gives me just +1, so I'd be at 1 extra defense for whatever I roll. And just in case I can't evade in that case. And then Rainbow Colored Circle, yet again, defense doesn't matter much to me in this case because Siguri's character, but +2 evasion is nice. We'll also pick up Mewmew's Hammer. The other card I picked up, other cards I picked up were Dash. You roll 2 dice, so it's kind of like the mushroom in Mario Party. And then this is a trap. So traps, how they work, you also have to land on them. But when you set a trap, you don't accidentally activate it. That'd be ridiculous. And as you can see, each of the cards has a level and cost next to them. I'll go into that when we start the game. What is another good one? Oh, pick that one up, and yeah, that one. This is a little weird starting back over. So yeah, I'll show you all 4. The nice thing is, like, I can talk during this part because they don't have any lines. But yeah, it's pretty much a board game. It's very odd when you look at the game, because you can't really tell from the title what it is gonna be. But yeah, as you can see, let me actually. Oh, I don't think I can change the game speed. Alright, I might have made a mistake there. But yeah, so we can look at our cards. There are hyper boosts, which are specific to each character. This is Siguri's, so it's a level 3, so I can't pay that until I reach level 3, which is signified by these stars here. One chapter, roll 2 dice for movement, battle, bonus, and drop. So any of the spaces that you would roll a dice for, or anything you would roll a dice for, you roll 2. So it's really nice. Okay. Move. And then every time you start a game, the first challenge is to get 10 stars, and then to land on one of these home panels. As you can see, that are signified by the number of whatever player uses them. So you can move to another character's, that sucks, that's a drop space. But you can move to another character's space. The only difference between their space and your own is that your own space, if you pass it, you have the opportunity to stop there. As you can see, what happens for defending and evasion. And then there are random battles that do occur throughout the game like this. That's the other thing about evasion. If you match whatever the other person rolls, you take all the damage. So you have to beat whatever they're rolling. I'm finally at 10. So it's pretty much a race to get to level 6, technically, because once you fill up all 5 of these stars, you still have one more challenge to get to. Which is really interesting to kind of see. Oh, and then there are events that occur on certain maps if they're already preset. In this case, oh, that actually works in my favor. Oh, I don't remember what I got. I'm gonna say no to challenging her. Okay, so I did roll the right amount to get here. So yeah, you get multiple normas or challenges that you have to accomplish. So in my case, I can keep going for stars, which I think I'm leaning more towards, or I could defeat 2 or more enemies. Now, whatever path you pick, you don't have to stay with. You can go back and choose to end up fighting, or you can still go after stars later on if you start with fighting, because it does get a little difficult to just kind of win. There is an achievement for just picking battles and winning the whole, like a whole game. I'm not gonna go for that right here, just because that'd be a little ambitious to think I'd be alright winning. And the other thing is, when a character gets knocked out or they're defeated in battle, they have no more health, you have the opportunity to regenerate. Now it's kind of like a skip your turn until you can regenerate yourself. And when you do regenerate, it kind of stops you then and there. So I have an option between going to this war panel over here, which will randomly put me at another war panel on the board, or I can go to draw. Right now I kind of need more cards. What is Hime's stats? I think I'm gonna go against Hime. Alright, well, that was 4 choices. And like I said, sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. In that case, when you go for evading, it's just very unfortunate that that had to happen. Oh boy. I'm already behind, and I failed revival, so most of the time revivals start at 5. There are certain characters that do have abilities that let it start at 4 or 3. The only one I've seen is 4, but I assume that there's lower ones than that. And in this case, I'm pretty much playing catch-up. The nice thing about this, there's regeneration again. The nice thing about this is that you can kind of start from behind like where I'm at and still kind of end up at the top and win the whole game. Like right now, Hime kind of stopped Mary, I have to say the whole name, Mary Popo, from going up another level. And that's actually very helpful in this case because the last thing we need is another person at level 3. Let me see if I can... And I am terrible at this game. But yeah, so Kai is already at level 3. And while, yeah, it would be nice to have competition for him, at that same regard, you want less competition for yourself. Especially in my case, because I'm trying to get to level 3. I would have probably gone there if I didn't choose to do that battle, which is unfortunate right now because I didn't get a card or win the battle. And I probably am going to be here for a while. Surprisingly enough, there is also an achievement for pretty much failing your last revival attempt, which is probably the lowest thing that you can get to. You pretty much have to roll 1 at that point to fail, which is honestly, because I die, it's pretty improbable that's gonna happen. And as you can see, Hime is picking the battle, her way to winning path, and the thing for that is that when you beat another player instead of one of these red spaces with a, you know, an enemy on it, pretty much you get 2 wins per each real player, and then 1 win per each smaller enemy. And it makes sense because the smaller enemies don't have as much health and they don't have as much defense and evasion, so they can't really do as much against you. So it's kind of like a handicap for the smaller enemies to have. And that kind of makes me sad. I was 2 away from actually moving up to level 3, so oh boy, it's gonna be interesting. And the dangerous thing right now is that Hime, I believe, is already at the point where she can move up to level 4. I'm not too sure about that. And at this point I'm moving towards the group, hoping to kind of win against one of them in a battle. Just because I do get the stars if I, you know, whatever stars a player has, if you kill them or knock them out, I should say, you take all their stars, or you take a majority of their stars. And I'm gonna grab another card. And like I said, the cards are very random. You saw what I put in my deck. I didn't have the hyper boost card, nor did I have this trap, so pretty much when you start the game it compiles all the cards everybody picked and puts them together, but it keeps shuffling extra copies of cards in there. Should I go against Kai? I don't think I have, because he has cards too, which is, You know what, he's also close to the normal, so I'm just gonna battle him. I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably not gonna win this first game, but I kind of expected that a little bit. And then you can only hold 3 cards. So these hyper boosts are really good. Assault is not my favorite card to use because you are relying on the person actually landing on that space, or like any person landing on that space. So when you want to play a card, you have to be able to be that level and to pay the cost. And that's the unfortunate part for cards like that, because you are also considered a player that can be hit randomly by that attack. And that's really unfortunate right there. I really needed that kill, because then I could have gotten some stars. And that can happen as well. So the mini fights between these smaller creatures, like the ducks and all of that, are really nice in that if somebody doesn't finish them off, you have the chance when you land on that spot or any of the red spots to fight that same bot or enemy that they were fighting. So that way you have a chance to steal all the stars that they may have lost if they died in that fight. Like how you saw Popo get knocked out. Whoever beats the duck that knocked her out gets to take all her stars that she lost in that battle. Plus whatever stars that you would normally get from a fight with that duck. Which isn't that much, it's like 4 or 5 stars. So the real goal is to get one of your opponents to die in that situation, like lower their health, so that way if they lose and you know you can reach them within a certain number of spaces, then you're pretty much golden. And I'm actually gonna try and go for the steal here, and I do get it. Hey, this is nice because now I don't have to work up towards 70 stars. So yeah, Hime definitely has the other Norma. She has more than 5 wins. And what you just heard was the sound for when the panel boss, or like the board boss, hits the field. Okay, so either way I'm fighting him, so I might as well go this way. Or no, I could fight Hime. My problem is if she wins, she knocks out a lot of coins for me, or a lot of stars. On the other hand, the boss is a lot more difficult if you have low defense, because they have extremely high attack rolls. So I think in this case I'm just gonna bite the bullet and fight Hime. Oh god. I'm gonna take the chance, see if I can roll something good. Sometimes you gotta risk it a little bit. If I had gone for evasion, I was definitely gonna lose everything. So now this is lucky for me, because so long as Hime stays there, I can come back and try to see if I can attack her. The first thing I'm gonna do though is place that trap, because this is the only path to get beyond where I'm at. So Kai has to go this way. And that's the other thing about wanting to land at home panels, is that you gain life back. You gain 1 life back. And see, I'd rather fight Popo because she has -1 in all her stats. But in this case, so I could go for more stars, but then Hime can come back and try and beat me up. And I totally blanked that I could actually play this card now, because I'm level 3. Mistakes were made. So I'm gonna say no to this fight, and I'm just gonna go up here. I'll get extra stars. The reason being is, like, I don't want to lose any more stars right now, and she's gonna avoid me to kind of fight Popo, because it's not her space. So if somebody is at a home panel and you choose to fight them, it'll count as landing on that space so long as you live through the attack. so I'm gonna activate one of these. So as you can see, the cost took out some of my stars, but I still matched the Norma that I'm fighting for. Yeah, I'll stop at home, and I will challenge her because now I roll 2 dice. And now I more than have enough stars to the effect that I can kind of get by. And it's nice because now I can pay the cost to use that card that I used before, the Hyper Boost, again. And I think I'm gonna try and use that now. Because in this case, I really want to move as far away as I can. From everybody else on the field. Sorry, I paused there for a second. I want to move away from everybody else on the field, which I don't know what her... Oh, Binding Chain. Yeah, that's Hime's, and she has 2, of course. So pretty much we get to watch her take extra turns. Oh boy, she had 3. So now we know that she doesn't have any more, because 3 is the maximum you can have of each card, unless there's certain stipulations. If the card is really rare, it'll let you use 1. Let's see. Alright. In my case, I'm not as worried, but the problem being all of us are at 4, and you see Hime doesn't have enough stars now, so there's easy ways to sabotage your opponents in the game if you win battles. And the nice thing here is, yeah, I had the feeling Kai was going to get knocked out. And even if I drop a couple stars, I'm still up by a lot more than other people at this point. So, let's see. So Popo's going to be there. And usually these games take a while, and I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm going to do this one. And I'll probably post 2 videos of this today, depending. If I win, I'll leave it at this, and then I'll post a video tomorrow. But if I lose, I'll go back and I'll play this again, and I'll just make a second video. So, and I obviously fell into my own trap, so in this case I'm fine using the stars. Just... Oh, well, that's a case where you put a trap and it kind of bites you in the butt a little bit, because now I have to revive, but also not only do I have to revive, which I did, I have to go and get back up to 120 stars, which the only person at this point who has it is Popo. So she's gonna keep fighting, and the unfortunate, well, now Popo's at the final stage, and as you've as you've probably noticed, the music changes depending on who's in the lead, kind of. So every time somebody reaches a new level, it switches to that person's music, or their, background music for their character. And what is Kai's stats? So Kai only has +1 in attack, but I also have +1 in attack. Let's keep it interesting. I'll fight him and deal 1 damage. Yay! I am awful at making decisions in this game. Wow. I really need to revive and hope that Popo chooses to fight me to get the extra stars she needs, because she's not at the yeah, she needs 200 stars. So if she did land on her own home panel, she would have to fight me to get the rest of the stars. And that gives me an opportunity to fight her for her stars. I will fight Hime. The nice part is, I go first. And unless she evades, which she didn't, I have the opportunity to kind of, you know, get some more stars and still move along. So Popo is dangerously close to the 200 stars she needs. So I actually have to like start moving and challenging people to more fights. And that's unfortunate because I really needed that. So 4 is enough to kill me. So in this case, I'd rather take the risk and reduce damage. So that's the other difference between evading and defending. So if you evade and you match the dice roll, you take all the damage. But if you defend and match the dice roll, you still only take 1 damage. Yes, I will challenge him. And he's still getting... I will evade, because that won't kill me. Yeah, it's a very difficult call on who's going to win, because at this point... Yeah, at this point, Popo has to land on another player's space. Which, like I said, there's only a few ways to do that, and oh, I don't like this boss because he has crazy high defense and his attack is ridiculous. I'm gonna defend to be safe. That was a poor decision. Either way, evading or defending, I would have lost. So I might just be making that extra video today of this, because this I'm hoping to put as a daily series to see how far in the game I can get. Like I said, I played it on normal, which is a little lower difficulty, and you wouldn't think it changes a lot, but it kind of does for at least this part, and yeah. Because even the slightest change in difficulty, CPUs will do things in a certain different way that is a little more challenging, or it's a little bit more human-like. So choosing when to fight and when not to fight becomes a little bit easier when they offer the CPU to win, when they have that ability. And Popo's... Oh, well. Yeah. I was gonna say, if Popo loses there, it's gonna be great. Oh, she just might, actually. Awesome. And he just switched everybody's cards, so I get nothing. Oh my gosh. I need to kill this with 2. Oh my god. Okay, oh wait, Kai's in front of his space. So if he does 1, okay. I need to go over here and I need to win against Kai. This is the only way to guarantee that I will win. And I'm making another video of this today because I cannot prevent, unless he rolls another 1 or somebody teleports us all to random spaces, which does not seem to be the case. Oh, he rolled another 1. but he is like packing a lot of power now. I have to, on principle alone, I have to fight him. Okay. Okay. That is very lucky. Oh my gosh. I have to make it to my home panel or to another player's home panel before anybody else. Because nobody else has enough right now, besides Kai. So I have to make it to Maria Popo's space. I need to roll a 5. Otherwise, that is game. And here's to a second video of this today, after I end this one off. Yeah, nobody's gonna teleport him, and the winner is Kai. So that happens. It's unfortunate. It kind of looked like we were gonna make a comeback there, mostly because I had 600 plus stars. All I needed was 200, and it's unfortunate that I didn't knock Kai down long enough. Like, he didn't mess up as much as he did earlier on the rolls, and that's kind of was what I was mentioning. It's at a higher difficulty. This is a hair above what I have played on before. So it's difficult, yes, and this just gives me the whole breakdown of how many stars I gained to go into the shop. I'll do that before we end it off here, but it's kind of one of those things where, yeah, I came back a little bit, but it was still not enough because of where I was placement-wise. I couldn't make it back to my space unless he messed up or somebody teleported everybody. So I really needed that, so that way he wouldn't get to his space, because whatever he rolled, he can stop at his space at any point in time, because it's his home, so he can stop there. I think I'm actually gonna save the stars for the next one, because I do think playing through it one more time, I'll win somehow. And I just want to start the series off in the right way, and a loss isn't that bad because we still get money to buy things in the shop, but it's one of those things. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. This has been Libris Blood. I'm signing out.